that's your appointment, and you make a recommendation to the board and then seek their approval for that, this position.
You recommending him?
I am recommending him, absolutely.
Move to accept. Second?
I have a motion and a second. Mr. Bunky, anything?
No, I support it.
All right. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Welcome, Mr. Walter. Municipal Electric, 3 appointees needed. Right now we have one on the list, Mr. Mike Messenger, 2-year term to January 2012, yes, willing to serve. And we have 2 open spots that we need to fill.
You are nominating Mr. Messenger.
I am nominating Mr. Messenger.
I'll second that.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Mr. Dahl?
No objections.
Yeah. Easy for you to say.
All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Mr. Messenger is aboard. And to the tree board, 2 appointed needed. One is Jodell Henry, 3-year term to January 2013, yes, willing to serve, and the mayor does recommend.
Motion to approve.
Second?
Motion by Mr. Robertson, and seconded by Mr. Dahl. Mr. Bunky?
By all means.
All right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passes. 7E, consideration of approving the annual appointment of the following persons or agencies to the positions as listed. Mr. Block.
These are the fortunates or unfortunates that are designated for these positions. Newspaper is, I believe, by the fact that you have to take the newspaper that's in your community. So there's not any choices on some of these, and some of them are by contract that we've had with individuals from a period of years.
And everybody is willing to serve, I assume.
The only one I do not know for sure is Dr. Peterson.
Can we vote on all of these at once?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, do we have a motion for that?
Move to accept the block, the whole block of stuff.
No.
Second.
Motion by Mr. Dahl, second by Mr. Robertson. Anything else? All right, all in favor say aye.
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 All opposed? All are approved. Thank you. 7F, consideration of approving the official notice and setting of a public hearing for Monday, January 25, 2010, 6:30 p.m., Rushford City Hall, for the purpose of receiving public input and testimony regarding a possible $150,000 public subsidy for a firm called G-Force Inc. The EDA will be meeting on Tuesday, January 12th, to consider developing a final recommendation on this matter. If no recommendation is forthcoming, the hearing will be canceled. Mr. Black, please.
The EDA has assigned a subcommittee, and they've been working diligently with G-Force Inc. to try to determine whether or not a subsidy ought to be offered. And as part of that, we understand they've come forward, the subcommittee, with a positive review, and will be recommending tomorrow morning to the EDA regarding that matter. If such becomes a motion that passes the EDA, and it does come back to this council on the 25th, then part of that would be a requirement for a subsidy hearing at the same time, because of the amount of money exceeding the $75,000 would make it necessary for the community, and we're suggesting that we don't do a lot of these. We're suggesting that the City Council and EDA jointly hear it on the 25th at that time, so that we can, as long as we got everybody here discussing things, and if there is a discussion, that it be heard at that time. So we would note it in the paper such, and if for some reason after the EDA meeting tomorrow morning there is no positive recommendation, then that hearing would be canceled.
All right.
But in the interim, for us to proceed to have a hearing, we need to have a motion to authorize holding the hearing. And then that would be placed under item 6 on your agenda currently.
What is the council's pleasure?
Move to authorize the hearing.
I'll second.
All right, we motion and a second. Any need to discuss, Mr. Robertson? All right, all in favor of approving the hearing, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? And the motion passes.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes, sir.
I need to go back to 7E. I need to withdraw my second from that motion.
Ah, Because it was
Since the secondary bank depository is Rushford State
State
Bank,
Bank.
and I am the president of the bank, I need to abstain on that motion.
understood. We can move back and revisit.
I'll second it.
It was motion was by Mr. Dahl, seconded by, now it's seconded by Mr. Bunky. And we'll vote again. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? How are we, Ms. Sacker?
We're good, I got it.
All right, thank you very much. Number 8, ordinances, none. Number 9, appearances of interested citizens. Someone wish to address the council at this time?